Hello, YouTube. Good morning, everyone. So I'm Bruna. I'm here in Talk for one more immersion in English. So today you talk about the politics in Brazil. I understand that this is a controversial and sensitive subject, right? And especially now during the election time. But please be respectful of each others and remember that no one has all the knowledge about this subject, all right? So I introduce myself. I'm Bruna. I live in Brasilia. I'm married. I have two sons. I graduated in physical therapy and physical education, and I work in public service, but in administrative area. I try to return in the physical therapy, and that's why I'm not participating in the Rafael immersions because it's in French, and I needed to improve more my English, all right? In my free time, I love to hang out with my friends, with my family. What else? I love to dance, to eat. That's why I'm going to at the gym every day. And that's it. Marister, please introduce yourself.
Yeah, sure. Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Marister. I'm 39 years old. I live in Cotia, São Paulo. And I live with my boyfriend, my two cats. Don't have any children, and I don't have to. And in my free time, I like to listen to music. I like to play guitar and play bass and going out with my friends sometimes and go to some concerts too. And now I am in transition career. I had a degree in social communication, but now I'm trying to move to the technology area, and I'm here to improve my English too. And I think that's it.
Great, Marister. Thank you so much. Rafael, please, your turn.
Okay, hi everyone. My name is Rafael. I'm 31 years old. That's my first time here in TNT on the English immersions. I'm grow up in São Paulo, but now I'm living in Paris, France. I'm a lawyer and I'm a law professor here in Paris, and also a PhD candidate. I'm here because there are many times that I think to improve my English, to learn a little bit more. That's how to say that it's so hard for me. It's I have a little bit of problem with the English, and now I'm so happy to how to say that to confront this with you. Especially because in the next year I will live in Netherlands and I will use the English because it's impossible learn Dutch in just 3 months. So for that reason, I'm here and I'm so glad to how to say that to be a part of this immersion, especially with Bruna. So hi and thank you so much.
Thank you, Rafael. So congratulations and welcome here. You know, everybody here make mistakes, so don't worry about this, all right?
Okay,
Jefferson,
thank you.
please, your turn.
Rafael, I will live in Paris. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
that's what I thought. I remember the series Emily in Paris. Then I think Rafael in Paris.
In Paris. Okay. Good morning, guys. I'm Jefferson. I live in Goiânia. This picture is not the case where I am now. I'm working, but now in a free time to talk in English. I'm economist, professor of Catholic University of Goiás, and it's a pleasure to be here talking with you.
Great, Jefferson. Thank you. Pedrito, please introduce yourself.
So my name is Pedrito Souza. I am 36 years old. I'm married and I have a 9-year-old daughter. I live in Santa Maria, Rio Grande do Sul, born and raised here. I'm a DevOps engineer. In free time, I like to spend my time with my family, go out and play with games, some games with my daughter. Uh, and I'm here in Talk Talk since June this year to improve my speaking in English.
Great, Pedrito. So let's go start with the question number one. For you, Jefferson, what do you think about the current political situation in Brazil? It's good or no? What do you think?
I think we have a lot of problem. It's very complex and marked by deep polarization. We see a highly fragment today. We have some guys supporting Lula, some guys supporting Bolsonaro, and some supporting nobody. And even from the last election, we see this, and for me, it's not so good. I don't like this. It's very complicated to use to govern with this, and sometimes you have good intention about policy implementation, about good things, but you have the goods for that like and the good that dislike it about the policy implementation. I really don't like this. I really don't like it. It's terrible, and it's not the situation of Brazil. In the United States, it's the same. It's the same situation. But I hope one day we can live in peace in Brazil, and not with noticeable struggle between different visions, especially radical visions that we see today. I hope one day we live in peace, but it's not so easy today. It's not so easy today. And
Yes,
just to
maybe.
finish, I think this division impact the speed and the efficiency of needed reforms that we need to do in Brazil.
Yeah, so nice, Jefferson. I agree with you. I hate this polarization. This for me, it's bad, complete bad. And you, Pedrito, your opinion?
Yeah, I agree with Jefferson said about polarization. It's not good for us, but I think Brazilian have create the politicians create with this polarization create a mechanism like a mechanism with just turn the politicians into the politics. The same people always just rotate them, and this is not good. We think we need a reform, something like this, and to clean up all these politicians now and turn a new ones like this to this is we need this to start a new politicians and a new kind of political situation, I think.
All right, great, Pedrito. And you, Rafael, your family live here in Brazil, no, yet? And do you usually follow these issues or no? You don't like political?
No, I love the subject, but I have to confess that it's not my since I'm here in France, I don't follow so much, but it's impossible not to be touched by the political news in Brazil, the Brazilian political news, even here in France. And it's so hard to answer that question, but I'm totally agree with that diagnostic about the polarization. But something that I think about it is there are it's I don't know how I can say that, but reveal my side of that in that. But to me, what we have in Brazil now, it's something more like one side extremely, how to say that, with the extremism, and the other side just the same of the how to say recent past in Brazil. The problem is that, to me, is that our democracy is so young. There are less than 40, 40, no, I don't know exactly the time, but less than 50 years that we turn democracy again. And that's have some problems. And to me, for example, the impeachment process, it was something very bad, especially in a legal opinion. And to me, it's also complicated, and even the especially our history is across by the how to say that, the private use of the res publica, so that's, to me, it's the problem of the political situation in Brazil. But it's so hard to, how to say that, to resume everything, and I think that I will express better my opinion in in the next questions.
All right, I think, Rafael. Mariste, your opinion?
Right. Well, I agree with the guys when they say about ai, nossa, não consigo falar nem em português a palavra, me enrolei aqui. Ai, meu Deus, me ajudem.
Polarization?
Isso, yes. I don't know why my tongue just and this is complicated, but I think that like Rafael said too about our democracy, it's so young, and I think that we Brazilian people, I'm talking now, we are just learning to think in politics, and we have a long way to to percorrer, but it's complicated because what I see, it's all a lot of people just thinking about ourselves, and they don't think in the collective, and this is for me, it's a trouble because we don't live alone in the world, and we need to think in diversity and other peoples and other situations, not just about our situation. So it's so complex, but it's sad when you see a lot of fights and families get separating in two parts, because in the end, the politics want this, that us fight with each other and not to pay attention of them, So I think it's important we think more about this kind of thing.
Nice, Mariste. Thank you. So, Pedrito, think about the voting. Voting. Do you believe the voting is important? Because Rafael said about the younger democracy here in Brazil, all right? And the vote, I understand that voting, it's something, it's a characteristic that you have democracy, no? What are your opinion about the question number 2?
Yes, I think it is important to express the democracy, and with more people voting, I have the chance improve our politicians and go and bring some good people maybe. And I think is important to as well to because after the the politics assume the whole I if I don't vote or I vote in blank, for example, I'm not the chance or I think I can't complain about the people because I don't choose, and I think is this is more important for because for this.
All right. Thank you, Pedrito. And you, Rafael, tell me your opinion about the voting. And do you understand it's so nice the voting is mandatory? In Brazil, it's mandatory. I don't know
Yeah. In France, it's not mandatory, but to me, I think it's a good. I know that it's polemics, but to me, I would say that I think about the voting like not just like a right, but even like the duty. So I think that is a duty of the all citizens voting and participate about our society. How to say that about in the process how to say that to choose the our how to say that politicians. So to me, it's not a problem to be something mandatory. But I think that's important, but not is not enough. It's not just voting. Now we said every time we have to be represent, or we are not that people not represent the society, something like that. So we need more than voting. Is not just it. We have to be more participative. I don't know how to say that. And I think like that. But to me, the voting is a right. We fight so much for to have that right, but even a duty that we have to how to say that in that moment almost we are how to say that we are a gente fica em face, né, desse dever de fato participar da nossa sociedade e to be a responsible person.
Exactly. It is a responsible. And you, Jefferson, your opinion about the voting and what do you think about the voting is mandatory? So nice.
Yeah, about the voting, I think it's extremely important because when you vote in a primary way, citizens can influence the public policies, and you can choose the leaders that will take care of our nation, our state, or our city. Maybe in this case now our city. And for me, it's very important. As Pedrito said, I don't like to vote in blank. I think we have so many choice, so many people to vote, and you need to choose one that is appropriate about what do you think about him, what do you think about your city, your state, or the Brazil. And about to be mandatory, I think it's very important. Unfortunately, in Brazil, must be mandatory yet, because we haven't yet a rural education and engagement of our people. You need to have a more level of discussion, especially about the public policies, and it's very important. And if you haven't this, you can have something not good for our country. Can you imagine a lot of guys can vote? So in this case, I think this kind of voting ensure that the government really reflects the will of the people, and it's important to prevent the concentration of power in hands of a few guys. Even now, it's not so easy. It's not so easy because we hear most of the guys with too much money, the government too much money, power, and related about religions and so on.
Exactly.
But maybe
Great.
one day, yeah.
Maricé,
You change.
your opinion about the voting?
Well, I think, like I said, it's very important. It's like they say, it's a way that we just say something, just like our voice can be heard in some way. And I think it's important to be mandatory because this maybe force people to think about this and to learn and to discuss. And politician, it's very important because this defines all about our lives. This defines the price of things, the kind of society we have. So I think it's important to us think about this, but it's complicated in the other hand because sometimes we people, right, we don't know a lot about the cargos. I don't know what can I say, but we need to study more about this to vote right, like a major prefeito have some responsibilities, a governor, another president, another vereadores, another. So I think it's very important we know this difference when we choose our candidates, because as I see here in São Paulo, some people say, "Oh, but fulano it's a favor do aborto." Okay, but he is a major. The major don't defines the legacy of abortation. This is relevant to discuss. So I think we need to focus on the important things to think about voting and about what we do with our votes. That's it.
Yes, interesting something that you said about a study about the politics, for example. But it's hard, for to introduce this in the school because I understand the financial education is very important. And now that the school introduced this for the students about the politics, I understand it's very important, but it's hard. You show the many opinion we have for the students, and don't, how do you say, take a party e não tomar partido. And you focus and probably the professor, the teacher show a specific side, both side that we have, I understand like that.
Yeah. I understand it's complicated, I believe too, but it's just I don't know, like all kind of subjects. Always, if we think that we can ensinar, teach politics in schools because it's complicated. All subject is complicated.
Yeah.
If so, but we need to improve. I don't know actually what way because it's very complex.
Yeah.
But I think it's important. Me, for example, I'm just learning about the three powers: legislativo. Oh my God! Now I'm in the college. When I was 30 years for more, and we vote since 16. So it's a little strange, you know. So to 16, even when you go to the college, but no, nem todo mundo ainda vai para a faculdade, né? And have this opportunity, and some people just don't know nothing, you know. So it's, I don't know, it's complicated, but we need to. But if you enter in the website of Senado and other things, there have a lot of course about history, right? Not about sides, but all. In 90s happened this, you know, something, coisas mais tipo, assim, que são históricas, not just side and side, because if we just concern about sides, we never move on, you know. We always be a panic and, oh no, don't talk, don't talk. So I don't know,
Right.
it's complicated.
Yeah, it's very important teach these many subjects, like we said, for teenager. Great point. And for you, Rafael, about the social media, do you feel about the role of social media in Brazilian politics? But if you want to talk about in French, or what you think about the influence of the social media in the politics?
Yeah, it's. I think that's the major subject now is the social media and the impact of the politics, especially in Brazilian politics, because now we have something like everybody heard about the fake news, and there's something very very important. I think that the social media and the technology in general, it's a good thing in the way that. We have more access to informations. We have the power of the how to say that the media. It's a little bit more shared, but the problem is that we have the influencers, the people that have so much power, and we have the enterprises. Enterprise, I don't know how to say that, but empresas, and I forgot. So that use that tool to manipulate the people, and especially with the social media, we have this like something so how to say that personalized thing, and so the advertising is for you, and the problem is that we don't have a regulation about it. We don't know yet how to regulate it, and that's to me it's so dangerous now. We know that the deep fake is something that is not true, and even after the if someone gains in a process in a justice to how to say that to remove the content and to have how to say that apologize or something like that, the damage it's made, we don't, so it's a problem. Donc, to me, I feel like especially now I'm a little bit I have danger. I don't know how to explain myself better, but for me it's like that. That would be a good thing, but in reality we have, I think that we have more problems than goods.
Yeah, exactly. Désolé, passé. In the past, we have a specific things about this. We have mulher melancia não, é melão. And I understand that it's a great opportunity for opportunists, no? The social media is like this. And now it's the same because change a little bit this, no? You have a quote. I'm not judge with the situation, no, in São Paulo, but we have many influencers that bring the opportunity, and that's it. And your opinion, Pedrito, what do you think about the social media?
Yes, it's a great opportunity to take advantage of the messy people because all the people have a cell phone and internet nowadays, and is and some these people have this immersive thing in social media, and this because of this some people just wake up about this subject and can start using more, and they they can see the results. Yeah, and if is a good way, like you said, to the opportunists people,
Exactly.
just to take advantage.
So yes, a great advantage, you know. So, and you, Maria, Esther, what your opinion? Let me know.
Well, like the guy said, social media is. I was looking for this word in English, but I don't know if it's right. But I think double-edged sword, like a faca de dois gumes. So it's we have a side that it's nice. We have a lot of information and velocity and instantaneously thing with technology, the social media, but it's complicated because we have a lot of companies and power companies that buy like merchandising, and then the result about the subject appears in the first in the Google, you know, when you are for searching for something. And it's complicated too because in these days WhatsApp become a search source font, and this is strange because WhatsApp is a bate-papo, you know. But oh my God, if someone in the group sends some news in WhatsApp, oh, that's their only this is the real truth, you know. But we need to get out of our zone of comfort and search more, you know, when you are looking for informations. This now, like Rafael said, because we don't have yet control, I don't know, that's the word. I don't, eu não tô querendo falar de controle, né? Mas assim, de regularization. We need to search more and prestar atenção, né? Tipo, se é verdade ou não, the things that people said bring to us. And it's exhausting, you know, because, oh my God, everything that you research, oh, let me see if it's true. But we need to do this because, you know.
Exactly. And you, Jefferson, your opinion about the social media? Do you use it, the social media?
Yes, I use a lot. I love social media because it's a highway you democratize access to political information, and you allow a great diversity of voice to be heard. I have a lot of WhatsApp group that I participated, only intellectual and economists, and we discuss every day about the political situation of Brazil, economics, and so on, in the highest level. And it's so nice. Sometimes you discuss about somebody, like Pablo Marçal, for example, is from Goiânia, terrible. I don't know about Marçal, I don't want to know him, terrible. But we discussed about the strategy of communication, the way he communicated. I think it's not very good for democracy. And as I said, you have opportunity to see the great diversity, opinions, and this is so nice. I think this is the best, the positive view of social media. But as you said, you have, unfortunately, you have the other guys like Bolsonaro, Pablo Marçal, etc. And they contribute a lot to spread misinformation, fake news, polarization all the time. Using platforms like Twitter, WhatsApp, Facebook, and so on. I think this is not good for our society because this amplified radical voices. I don't like radical voices. And this created echo of chamber that make it sometimes almost impossible. You have a dialogue about some subject. I really don't love radical. I really don't love radical. But you see the other side, I think social media is so good, as I said, to spread good information.
All right. Great. Let's go the next questions about the corruptions. Corruptions. No, the number 4 is so nice, no? What change for you, Mariste? What changes would you like to see in the Brazilian government? Do you have specific things that no, it's necessary to change the SUS, for example, or no, the public school? Something. What do you think it's necessary?
Well, it's complicated for me to say because for me, just need to change everything. Inclusive the system, So because the system is so unfair, even with the people that works, with the people that don't have money, and people that depends of people that depends on work to live, to eat, to everything. But about the SUS, it's funny because I had I don't know how can I say a plano de saúde because I was a worker and the company pays for me, but now I have no job. About 1.5 years, and I need to go to the SUS, and oh my God, I'm so in love because they works to me a lot. I made a lot of exams and consults, and when you think in some countries like United States that if you broke a little finger, you just need to pay a lot of money to resolve. That's absurd. And here we have the system. It's not a perfect, but it's efficient. But we need to improve more because we don't have a lot of doctors and we don't have a lot of money invest in these two because we know that they rob, they do a lot of things. But I think that it's more important it's to give the people things that we have in our constitution, that is healthy food, home, lazer. That's very important because we don't live always just working. We need to have fun. We need to have access to culture and very important things. But I think this is the essential that all politicians have to think about the population, what the population needs.
Thank you, Maricé. And you, Jefferson, your opinion about this? Question number 4, what do you need, what do you feel, what do you like that needed to change?
I think we need to change several things. to transform the Brazil. The first one is political reform. I think we have too much parties in Brazil. If you reduce the number of parties, you can improve governance and reduce the fragmentation in Congress. It's terrible today. We see we must vote some law you must to pay for the parties. So I think this is not so good. And the second one, I think you must to increase transparency and accountability in the public sector to reduce corruption. You have like a Tribunal de Contas da União, do Estado, and so on, but it's not enough. I think you must to change the way we tackle with this. And the third one, I think electoral reforms to make the system more representative and fair. I think this could strengthen democracy. As I said, it's terrible today if you to be a deputy or a senator or a government, you must to have money. If you haven't money, it's almost impossible. You must to buy the election, unfortunately.
Right.
We see the situation now in Goiânia about two candidates of mayor, two guys too rich and put too much money. I think this is not so good for our democracy. So that's it.
Nice, Jefferson. Thank you. Rafael, please, your turn.
Yeah, it's hard to choose just one thing, but I think to be general too, like the question is, to me, it's the principle, the main thing. It's I would like to see government, a Brazilian government with how to say that a nation project. What I want to say, it's a government that know what he he wants to the people and the public project. Because to me, the problem of the Brazilian government and the politics in Brazil is we are, I would say that the problem to use the common things for the private how to say that desires. So it's something like the author that I read in the college named Raimundo Fauro. He named that like a patrimonialism. So to me, it's so important something that Marie said to us about the education. We have to know our history. It's not about just. I think that's impossible not to input a little bit of the ideology and other things like that. But I must to learn the history, to learn how the government works. It's so important because I think it's the only way to how to say that to change that terrible logic in our country. For example, something that Jefferson said about now to be a political person, it's just have money. It's not about the and the people put money because it's power, and that power can how to say the reverse in more money. So we don't have a nation project. So for me, it's something that we have to change the economy, the education, the important areas.
All right, that's it. And you, Pedrito, what change do you like to see?
It's complicated for many ones, but for now, I think change this idea about I'm there and I have the power to do everything I want. This is a concept I see now, like in a Supreme Court, for example. This all people can see. I don't like this guy, this company. I have the opportunity to block them and block it, all things. This is not a democracy. This is opposite. And uh, and is the in the other side about the not the communists but the other episodes we have in the history, but it's complicated and now is unbalancing. I think in there in the Supreme Court, the people is not uh, is they is the most part of the people is the same side, and is not good for us and for the democracy. And, so I think for now this is a priority to change.
Yeah, great point, Pedrito. So let's go. We have only 8 minutes to finish this immersion, but I don't know. How do you feel? How do you feel in this immersion? Because this topic is not easy to talk in Portuguese because all the time we start here in this immersion, there's a polarization here. No, it's so hard to talk with someone today about the politics, in my opinion. And in your opinion, Mariste, how do you feel did you feel here in these immersions walking in eggshells, em casca de ovo? Você sentiu que você estava pisando em casca de ovo aqui ou não?
Yeah, actually, yes, but not because of specifically you guys, but because that politicals in our country in today's it's complicated because when you take a side you are judged or not, or you are judged to not take a side. So everything that you said and think and maybe put in your social medias, it's open to be judged. And when you said that the subject was politics, I was, oh my God. If I know, maybe I'm not getting inside, maybe, because it's complicated, like everyone here it's saying. The opinions are sometimes are very strong and very different.
Yeah.
And this is complicated to deal, right? Because we are still learning. We have so many peoples that have a lot of hate in some subjects, and this is complicated. And in the ao mesmo tempo, in the same time, we have a lot of false information about some subjects that sometimes makes me feel, oh my God, here we go again, talking about communism. Oh my God, we don't have communism in Brazil, people. You know, Lula is not a communist. No one here that has power is communist. Let's wake up. You know,
Yeah.
some things it's complicated because it's so obvious that you think, oh my God, we're talking about this. But I think it's important in the same way we have this talk, because we just need to learn about respect each other, because we are not the same, and that's nice, because if you are just same, the word would be, I don't know, maybe boring.
Yeah, people here, I understand people here in Brazil bring us the extreme, no? Communism and the fascism all the time. We
Yeah,
talk about this. That's why it's hard to talk about the politics, like such
yes,
the religion and the soccer, it's complicated,
yes,
you know?
that's right. Yes, because they use some words here in Brazil, just, I don't know, uh, uh, ganha uma força that
Exactly.
even not
Very.
even doesn't exist, so it's
Yeah.
complicated. But we need to learn more and more. That's what I try. I like this subject. I read about this a lot in all kinds of different sources and books and
Jefferson said, né, peace. In the future, I desire peace. And you,
yes,
Jefferson,
that's
your
right.
opinion. Did you feel like you walked on the eggshells? Yeah. Você sentiu que você estava andando pisando nos ovos?
No, never.
No?
I think it's very important to this kind of discuss because this is affect our daily life in Brazil.
Yeah.
Affect the quality of public service, the cost of living, the economy, and the healthcare, education, and so on. So, in this
Great.
case, I think it's very important. And thank you for having this kind of discussion. I love it.
All right. Thank you so much. And Rafael, and you? How you think about these conversations?
To me, it was very great to be a part. It was a good start to me. So thank you, everybody. And the subject, it was to me, it was interesting to learn about the new vocabulary, something that's so important and that I love to discuss in my life. And on the other hand, it was I know that can be hard, and I think especially in that context. In our context in Brazil, but it's so important. We could to speak to talk about it and learn without how to say to be disrespectful and to me it's something like that we have to do more and more times for construct the country, the nation that we want, and not just that we want, but the better that we can do. So thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Rafael. And you, Pedrito? It's so nice for you, the conversation, or it's hard? Do you prefer much more talk about the soccer?
No, soccer not.
No?
But is a good conversation, yeah, very good. And I think we should to discuss this more and more about every context, and we need and we can see. We can discuss this. Be respectful and not turn aside. Just talk about what each one think and the problems and the pros and cons, and this is a good conversation.
Yeah, that's it. So thank you so much for your time and have a great day. All right. See you soon.
Thank you, everyone.